It was a pretty nice day down the Crowsnest Pass. Wax wings flying around, spring creeks tickling along, pretty pink monkey flowers in bloom, and a little bit of smoke in the sky. Didn't think much of it at the time, although it did turn the greens of the monkey flower leaves kind of yellow. But no, I was too preoccupied by having a visit from this little guy. This is kind of a unique area. A big forest fire blew through here about 20 years ago, and the forest is renewing, and it's fascinating to see, as are all the things around it. In places where the fire never touched, there's stuff like this self-heal, and other plants that like to cool and damp, like moss, and these bog orchids. But all around that, dead trees and smoke from distant fires. It tinted the evening light and turned the water in Lynx Creek kind of cream-colored. And it bronzed up these noxious weeds and the trunks of the aspen trees. It laid down a pretty good layer of haze in the Lynx Creek Valley. This hermit thrush was still singing a song, but I'm surprised it wasn't coughing. And the yellow tint it added warmed up that already warm evening light. All that copper and gold, it was pretty, and it glinted off the water of Lynx Creek. One of my main plans in coming down here, including doing a little fishing, was to try some pictures of the Milky Way. There's no light pollution here, there's no towns anywhere nearby, so the skies are usually quite clear. Well, we'll see. Turned out that things were pretty orange, but I accidentally turned my headlights on while making a long exposure, and this happened. I don't mind it. The Milky Way, of course, shone right through. But I do kind of wish it was a little bit brighter. But I actually don't mind how the pictures turned out. And there's a lot of worse ways you can spend the hours between dusk and dawn. Though it did get pretty cold. I know it's the middle of July, but it was chilly. Even the clouds were hugging the warmth of the mountains. The birds, they didn't care. They never do. These swallows were flitting around, crossbills eating the spruce cones. And though it was still smoky, I could see Crowsnest Mountain. When I turned around, there was this little girl. She was enjoying her breakfast along a scree slope beside the road. And though I had no breakfast because I brought my cooler but forgot to put anything in it, I was just enjoying the morning as it was. And it was gorgeous. I know I sound like a broken record saying this about southern Alberta every time, but we really do live in such a beautiful place. And we're so lucky to have all this wild land. And you know, I don't even mind when it gets smoky at night.